Dobrein saying that his lobby is bugged. You can see the chat now, and we are ready to move into our first match in this winter semis.
And here we go. I expect there's the King's Pass ban. There's a Twilight ban. Great Hall immediately taken down by Logec. It looks like they're doing Snake banning. Blackguard banned out and Shipwreck banned out. And it looks like we're going to Small Thunderguard. Slight advantage going the way of Dobrein, if I'm not mistaken. I know he is a very comfortable player with Small Mammoth. Not that anyone's particularly uncomfortable with Small Mammoth. Most people are okay with Small Mammoth, but
yeah, it's kind of like the go-to map when it comes to being able to do standard things, because it's got flat stage, but the edges are fine. You got a single platform to add for some variety, but nothing too wonky, and both players end up going straight into a Dobrein. Just that sidelight nair, side air, nonetheless, and puts Logec into the orange already.
See, Dobrein's doing something very interesting with his nair. He's getting one of the softer hits of the nair so that he has more follow-up options. He's been getting a dare. I saw him get a dare follow-up after the nair, and just now we saw the Sair follow-up. So those Axe players out there, try to get that nair follow-up that Dobrein's doing. But right now he's looking to get that Sair or that recovery. There's a good dare. There's a recovery coming out. And the side sig will finish it off, and Dobrein takes it little to no damage on him.
Actually connects with that side stick as he's landing. Logec just falls right into it, and Dobrein's able to actually completely run away with his stock. Sidelight comes in, but Logec's able to carry him into the air with the recovery, puts him deeper into the orange, but it's yet to even bring him near kill percent on this Barraza as Logec holds onto the sword, gets that dodge back into D-Light side air, disarms Dobrein. Dobrein is forced to pick up the axe in the middle of a neutral light.
Sidelight, he wants that nair follow-up, and Logec, now aware of it, is going to start dodging down after that sidelight. I think Dobrein, we're going to see an adjust of a down air, but the neutral sig from Logec. Charged up, swings the bat.
Did a great mix-up there in the sense that he just stood there and charged that N-Sig longer than he usually does. And Dobrein fell right into it. Ends up getting killed off the top, and Logec evens it up quite quickly. Down air is coming out from Logec as Dobrein responds with down airs of his own. One connects, second down air connects into a neutral air, puts him into the orange, and Logec's not finding any moves with this lance. Finally a down air will hit. But that's all he's getting so far.
Logec with this lance play. Dobrein needs to get some more room and space out that lance a little bit. He gets the Sair, but Logec gets past. Downsig doesn't connect, and Logec catches him with the lance Sair. Dare, no sidelight follow-up.
Goes in for that downsig. Dobrein tries to go for the reverse sider, doesn't connect, but gets the second sider as he sends Logec flying, guns in hand, dodges back for an easy read on Logec's recovery, and he goes for the ground pound. No, the recovery! That was really cool. I thought he was going to go for a ground pound there. I really like that option.
The jukes from Dobrein gets underneath, gets the recovery hit onto Logec. And there is the axe again coming out. Sidelight nair and tries to follow up with a recovery, but not able to get the recovery hit.
Dobrein has the axe in hand, goes in for a sidelight. Nair doesn't get the follow-up with that, however. Logec trying to land with downers and gets hit by 2 D-Lights in a row. 3 D-Lights from Dobrein's axe puts him into the orange. Sidelight comes out. Dobrein just hitting one move at a time, running away and running with it. Side sig comes out, but no reasonable punish coming out from Logec as Dobrein's ready to take this 2-stock over Logec. But a sider comes out, and Logec ends this and even it up 1-1.
The recovery from Dobrein giving him some room. Logec is going to try to keep Dobrein off of that wall, but Dobrein gets back. He's got his jumps, and he's using the soft recovery, burns one recovery, and then comes up with the weaker recovery. But unfortunately, Logec was able to get the finishing blow onto Dobrein.
Toss the X side. Logec gets punted by Dobrein's sidelight. Dobrein goes for that down sig and it connects. Wow, I think that picked up Logec as he was recovering with a sword and kills him off the top.
Yes, indeed. I mean, the second Dobrein picked up the guns, you have to expect. Dobrein loves that down sig, and the second he just walked up to the wall, did the down sig, and Logec unfortunately was mid-recovery, gets caught, and sent into the sky.
So Dobrein brands out Ship and Hall, and Logec wants to go back to Mammoth again. That's something that I see from Logec quite a bit. When he loses on a map, he doesn't have the mentality of, oh, that map was bad for me, I need to do something else. He wants to go back there, change what he did wrong, and see whether or not he can actually mix it up enough to be able to take the win and not do as poorly there as he did before. And here we go back on the Mammoth Fortress.
Here we go, game 1 in Dobrein's bank. Is this a best of 3 or best of 5?
This is a best of 5.
Okay, so this is a best of 5 set. Plenty of opportunities for Logec to adjust to Dobrein's playstyle, and right now the unarmed play from Logec is working onto Dobrein.
Dobrein finally gets back on the stage and hits him with a neutral light, but Logec returns a neutral layer of his own. Sidestick comes out, Dobrein doesn't get a hard punish on it, and Logec is running away with the stock. Ender connects, side air, Dobrein's running low on jumps. Logec has the opportunity to end it, that's it.
That side air from Logec finishes it off, and I would be surprised if Logec didn't just throw away all of his weaponry and go for another unarmed play. That was a huge start for Logec.
Oh, Dobrein goes for the double N air and actually reads the fact that Logec dodges to the right with that recovery, but it doesn't connect, but still that would have been a devastating kill. Dobrein evening it up almost immediately. Guns in hand, neutral light comes out, recovery ends up missing as Logec gets that N air punish, and Logec goes for a pivot down so he doesn't connect, and the recovery will kill off the top. Dobrein evens it up as if nothing even happened on that first stock.
Like you said, stocks and health close to even. Dobrein following up with that nair. What? Okay, I guess that's a gun thing now. You can go neutral light and follow up with a chase dodge nair. But Dobrein is the lance plays from Logec.
Logec carrying Dobrein all across the map, ends that string with a down air, puts Dobrein into the deep red. Logec is behind him, goes for a down air once again, sends him off the map, goes for the recovery, down air connects, disarms him, goes for the recovery but gets interrupted by the ground pound. Both players are just exchanging blows right now. They're not even avoiding each other's attacks, they're just taking them.
Where's the down sig? Neutral light goes for a recovery, tries to read the dodge, but there's the down sig from Dobrein. Like I was saying, he loves that move, man.
Kills off the top is incredibly consistent. No matter where on the map you are, it will always kill at the same percentage of damage depending on the legend. And Logec not being able to get anything on Dobrein. Dobrein lands with a neutral light. Dodges away from that side light into a neutral light again, and 2 N-airs in a row. Puts on so much damage on the Logec's Roland. Roland tries to jump above him, but Dobrein is just taking Logec all around the map right now. Tries to go for a chase dodge instinct, but Logec's ready to punish, but he just took so much damage on that stock.
Dobrein hitting those neutral lights and following up with those nairs. You see Logec sort of adjusted. He dodged inwards at one point, tried to dodge out at another point, and Dobrein tried to adjust with that chase dodge recovery, but Logec finally gets the finishing blow. But look at how much damage Dobrein was able to rack up with just neutral lights and nairs, essentially.
Oh, nair to recovery to neutral light once again, puts Dobrein a little bit into the yellow, but D-Light comes up from Dobrein, tries to go for that N-Sig read him dodging up, but Logec doesn't want anything to do with it. Sidelight Nair comes out, but Logec, responding with Nairs of his own, goes in for that Sidelight, not being phased despite taking so much damage. He's nearly got Dobrein to the red.
Dobrein's getting taken out, but the dare! Dobrein gets just enough above Logec that he catches him with the dare, and the angle sends him straight down.
And that's game 2 going to Dobrein. Logec's got quite a ladder to climb. He wants to be able to make it out of this best of 5 live. He's got to win 3 matches in a row against the likes of Dobrein. Dobrein not going to be wavering from his Barraza pick.
Yeah, he's going to have to win 3 games in a row if he wants to continue on into the grand finals. Otherwise, he's going down into the loser's bracket to potentially fight EXO or the winner of EXO versus whoever. But right now, it's Dobrein versus Logec, and I'm not sure. Are they still going to? Yeah, they're still going to Mammoth.
3, 2, 1.
Logec has been close. He's been getting Dobrein into his last stock, getting him into the orange and the red, but just hasn't been able to close it out. And right now, Logec is unarmed and isn't able to pull off the unarmed stuff that he did just a little while ago.
Dobrein lands the down air. Logec not taking nearly as much of a lead as he did in the last stock. Oh, picks up the sword, but gets punished by a downer once again. Dobrein's going some very solid punishes with the guns this past stock. Goes for that side light, goes for the end sig, and Logec's actually able to punish. Goes for a side sig himself, but Dobrein gets that D-Light chase dodge down sig, kills him off the top, and he's only in the yellow.
First stock already in the bank. That is gonna play into Logec's mindset. It's gotta be making him a little bit nervous, given that this is it. This is make or break. Otherwise, he's going down in the loser's bracket. And Dobrein with his axe is just keeping the pressure on top of Logec. Goes for the gravity cancel neutral sig read, but Logec gets underneath it. Ground pound!
Wow, that was just straight up a ground pound on Dobrein right there. He wasn't ready for that at all, and it kills him at the bottom. And that's probably the best thing Logec could have done to get back in this game. Otherwise, Logec was looking at another 2-stock deficit.
That was a raw ground pound basically out of nowhere, and Dobrein definitely wasn't expecting it. It takes him down But Logec getting into the red. That Sair from Dobrein. One more Sair or Dare could be it, or a recovery.
Dobrein takes the lead once again. Barely 2 minutes have gone by in this game, and these stocks have already been traded so hard. Logec tries to go in for a side air, but Dobrein's ready to punch the side light with his axe. Neutral light catches Logec's dodge in. Logec tries to go for a down air. Dobrein punished by D-light side air, sent into the orange, and Logec misses his nair and ends up flipping that punish that he had on Dobrein. 2 side lights in a row allows Logec to get a neutral light.
He read the dodge down, but was just a little bit early. Logec was still in those invulnerability frames. But Dobrein is doing damage! Oh my god! Did anyone else see that? Because that guy already canceled neutral sig. White